Alright guys, well you see you're on jack stands, so you know what that means. I'll show you what we got working with. And sorry I haven't really filmed a whole lot, but this is the work we got done last night. The 5.3 and the 4L60 is in. Got this one header here. We were fighting that header last night for probably about hour and a half, 2 hours. Driver's side header went in. Pretty easy. Just straight up. I honestly have no idea what these headers went to. I just bought them off my buddy, so. Yeah, it's these sliding mounts were a freaking pain. And the problem I was running into on this was the front tires don't hold air. I had to jack this up, get the, there's a look underneath here. Got the cross member and all that. Just measuring for a drive shaft. And the tires were flat and my air compressor was buried in the garage, so I couldn't air the tires up. So yeah, I just had to jack that up, get the legs for the engine hoist underneath the truck, and so I got the engine transmission in. So
and the headers are a bitch.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here, and I'll resume back when we got this header in. Alright, well I'm doing these power steering lines on the LS swap, step side GMC OBS. That's what I got working with. Got all this work done last couple days. I actually had this long tube header on this side. The long tube header on the other side was fighting me, and had to put about 100 dents in it, and it still wouldn't work. So fortunately I'm just gonna have to get some shorties. I didn't really want to, but it is what it is. Get these old ones off. I got the small one off here. There's a new one here. I gotta figure out the size. Oh. This thing here. Got the motor mounts, bolts to tighten as well. But other than that, the engine's in, transmission mount's in. So that's good. Well, I thought that was a 16. I guess it's not. That's what the new one. That's what the size of the new one. But I gotta cut this. It's a return, low pressure return. Tighten that a little bit. This cover piece. Oh, never mind. That cover piece goes like that. For some reason, I thought I had to take this back off to get that cover on there, but good thing I don't. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get this high pressure hose on before I cut that. there. Alright, well, I can't do this and do this, record and wrench at the same time, because I don't have a mount with me, so I'll get back with you guys. Alright guys, a few minutes later, I got both the power steering lines in, high pressure and the low pressure. Low pressure I had to cut this much off, just because it was like one of those universal deals. So let me see here. We got this piece here. Not that in, okay. So hopefully them headers get here any moment. I'll show you guys what I had to do to those. I had to bash the passenger side in a whole bunch. So yeah, that big dent, that dent, that dent there. It was just like, that's one of them. That's the other. That's the driver's side. That one, surprisingly, that one went in really easy. I don't know why the passenger side gave me such a hassle. I guess them headers like aren't meant for this truck. So, cause whatever, I got them cheap eBay shorty headers coming in the mail. So $100 on eBay. I mean, you can't beat it. Comes with the bongs for the O2 sensors. But the LS and the 4L60 is in. So I went to my local junkyard. I got this ECM out of a 90s Blazer, the ECM mount. So I don't know if I'm going to mount it right here, or I took my coolant overflow off. It's probably not going to fit there, so probably just going to mount it right here somewhere, I don't know. And then I grabbed the oil pressure sensor adapter for the TBI 350 or TBI 57. I need to get the adapter for the LS block. You thread that in there in the back of the block, and then you thread the oil pressure sensor for the LS into that, and then you just plug it in, and then, so then my oil pressure gauge will work. So that's cool. So yeah, that's it for right now. I'm gonna record once I get those headers. I'm gonna record, and there's the transmission there. You guys wondering, I got the yoke in there, just keep it from leaking if there's any fluid in there, even though I converted that transmission to a 2-wheel drive. So guys, when I get those headers in the mail. Yo, what's up guys? Alright, so this is a couple days later. This is probably about a week later. The last video the last section I was about these headers right here that I had to beat like a redheaded stepchild. Whole bunch of dents, and it still don't fit. So I was like, well, screw this. So went on eBay, bought these shorty headers. They were about $96, I believe, free shipping. So as you can see, I made quite a bit of progress since I last recorded anything. Like I said, this is about a week later. I had to wait for these headers to get in the mail, and I got quite a bit of clearance. It's hard to see. I got quite a bit of clearance between the frame and the headers, so Got the O2 sensor in. I was actually going to run to O'Reilly, see if I can get some 45-degree exhaust bins for this. So this is the driver's side, obviously. I got the injector adapters all hooked up. It's really weird because this, see how this has that little metal clip there? This is missing one here, and this is missing one. So I don't know if that was missing out of the box or not. Oh no. Oh yeah, well, that answers that question. That's cool. I honestly just found those, so that's cool. I got the 102 sensor for the other side, and of course I'm not really worried about cruise control, so I took that off the firewall. Went to my local junkyard. I bought this oil pressure. I'll get this out of the bag. I bought this piece here. I pulled this off of a TBI truck since this truck didn't come with the original engine. I did not have this. So you screw your oil pressure sensor into this, and then this is this little adapter I bought on Amazon. Take that and that little washer inside there, thread this into the back of the block where the LS oil pressure would go. So do that, and then my gauges should work, my oil pressure gauges. So don't pay attention to that yet. That's not done, so don't pay attention to that. Okay, so I got this is the instructions on the harness. Of course, I've already done one of these swaps, so a lot of this I already know. Some of this I need to get kind of a better understanding on, but fortunately lots of guys on YouTube have done the same thing, so I can watch them. I don't know if I recorded this, but this is a 99 2000-ish Chevy Blazer, where the ECM would mount to, like up by the front of the headlight area. So grab this. Believe it or not, the guy just didn't charge me for it, so that was pretty cool. And that's really cool on these swaps, because you don't have to buy one of those fancy dancy ones. You can just grab one of those. But I'm most likely gonna mount this in this area. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, she's almost ready to fire up. I don't know if how that stock converter is going to work behind this sloppy stage 2 cam. Hopefully it works, because I don't really want to pull this transmission out again, but worst case I have to, whatever, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to record me putting these clips on, because you probably don't want to see that, but I got it. I mean, pretty much everything is where it needs to be. I bought a freeze plug. I don't know what it's actually for, but yeah, it's a part number if you wanna. You can't really see that. It's part number 555-903. It's a Dorman freeze plug. So if you need to plug that EGR off, you don't want to buy one of those $20 build aluminum ones on eBay, then there you go. It was I think it was like a little over $1. Last portion I recorded, I put these power steering lines on. Got both of them on, so this thing's really getting close to being done. I got this steering shaft I need to hook up to the steering column. The guy I bought this truck off of, he I guess his son had an OBS Chevy just like this, and his gearbox went out. So since the guy had this truck for sale on Marketplace for so long, I guess his son took the gearbox out, used it temporarily in his truck until he got a new one. So when I got this truck, the gearbox was in the bed of the truck and the bolts were missing. So I had to go to the junkyard, grab those. And then those are the two hardline fuel lines. I'm going to have to order the those little, I don't even know what they're called, those fuel line fittings. I have to buy 2 of those on Amazon, and then I need to get a throttle cable. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm working with the exhaust. Actually, let me get the let me get the exhaust piece here. Show you guys what I'm working with. Honestly glad I'm kind of glad I went with these shorty headers, just because they were cheap. It's gonna make my life a whole lot easier. So that's what I'm working with. Kind of hard to see that glare in the way, but I got that side done. I got the starter in. I got pretty much all the wires underneath here plugged in. There's a ground wire on the back of the block. I got it plugged in. I got it grounded to the head. Still need to get me a drive shaft. Haven't found one yet. I am planning on lowering this truck a little bit, so I'm gonna wait till I get the truck lowered to get that measurement. And yeah, this is this side of the header. Yeah, this side, obviously, this side went on really easy. It's cool thing about these headers here. So yeah, it's. Oh yeah, don't pay attention to that or that. Yeah, you don't need those 2 bolts there. So this exhaust piece here, this flange thing, most likely going to put it like this, so the O2, so I got plenty of room for the O2 sensor if I ever have to take it out for whatever reason. I guess I could go like this too. Well, not really. It'd be, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that because it's too close to the block and the transmission and all that. So since I want to hook the factory column shift up to this truck, I'm gonna have to, oh, I guess this truck doesn't have any of the I guess this truck doesn't have any of the shift linkage, the factory shift linkage from the column, so that's cool. So I have to buy that. Cool thing about this, so the old school turbo 350, turbo 400s, I believe Power Glides also, they have like this little U-shaped piece with holes in both sides, and you bolt it on the end here, and you can hook up your factory column gear shift to this 4L60. So I'm probably gonna just do that, save $100 from buying an eBay kit, like a universal kit. Still need to buy the, well, I actually don't have any of them, but the plastic shield that would go in here in a factory truck. Same thing with this side. I don't want rocks getting in a fight with the starter and the flywheel, because, you know, that's not any fun. I got this tight. Oh yeah, we had to beat that in, get the long tubes to not fit, so that was fun. Yeah, it's missing this bolt here, and yeah, this oil pan actually fits really nice. It's obviously I can have this engine go back further because I still have, you know, this much of adjustment. I got, you know, like 2.5, 3 inches worth of adjustment, but I like the engine where it's sitting now, because this is about the factory placement for the 5.7 that came out of this truck. I got these holes pretty much lined up, the cross member here. I just need to get me some bolts for that. I might have enough bolts in the garage that might work for that. Yeah, these, like I said, these are the 2 hard line fuel lines. So luckily that one is capped, has a bolt in it, so luckily there's nothing, no dirt got in that, hopefully. I might take this heat shield off, depends on how this exhaust fits in here, but like I said, I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's most likely today, get me some exhaust pipes. I was in there yesterday and they only had one of the pipes this size, so that's not gonna work unless I go somewhere else and get the other side. So yeah, that's where I'm at on this, making progress. There's the, I'm probably gonna ditch that. It's a Flowmaster, but it's this truck used to have fake duals on it, so I want to have true duals. I'm gonna try to clean up some of these wires, try to tuck them out of the way a little bit more, just to make it look a little cleaner underneath here. But yeah, like I said, this exhaust is gonna come off, so message me if you're interested in this exhaust, if you need it for your truck or whatever, because I'm probably gonna throw it in the scrap pile. Well, I got these tires. I need to get new tires. They don't hold air worth of crap, so you can see those tires are pretty dry rotted, so, and they're no bueno. Yeah, see, they're pretty bad.